How do you memorize new English words? What kind of methods do you use to learn new words and not to forget them? Please let me know in the comments your favorite method of learning and how you memorize new words. Because the thing is that learning a language can be very challenging. How can we make that easy? So in this video, I'm going to share with you some strategies that might help you remember new words and not to forget them after some time. So what are these strategies? Try to learn words with their context. What does that mean? It means that, let's say for example, you are reading a book, and while reading, you came across some words that are difficult for you to understand. So what you can do is that try using these words in sentences. You use the new word in a sentence and basically help you remember the meaning of the word. The thing is that you learn the word by itself, it will be difficult for you to remember after some time. Method number 2. Every time you learn a new word, take a notebook and write it down. Alright, so write down the word and then next to it will be a sentence, like how to use the word in a sentence. For example, you learn the verb of the word, then write the verb in a sentence. Change the verb into a noun and then change it into an adjective and into an adverb. That will basically help you the use of the same words in different contexts. In this case, you will be able to use the same word but in different contexts. You can use it as a noun, as a verb, as an adjective, as an adverb. The method is really helpful because you are not just learning the word individually or by itself, you are learning the word in context, like as a noun, as a verb, as an adjective, and as an adverb. Method number 3. Flashcards. Using flashcards to remember the words is really helpful. How can you do that? Every time you learn a new word, try to write it down in a sticker, like those colorful stickers, and then stick them maybe on the wall or maybe on your studying board, or maybe here at your desk, or maybe on the computer, things like that. So, or maybe even at the mirror, because the more you look at these words, the faster you will remember, will not forget, because they will be the words will be registered in your brain, and that will basically help you use these words in conversation and even in writing without any problems. Method number 4. Repetition. Every time you learn a new word, try to repeat that word again and again and again. Try doing that maybe for several days, maybe for 1 week, 2 weeks, things like that. Because the more you repeat those new words, the faster you will remember later on and you will not forget. For example, let's say you learn the word information and you really and you feel that information is very difficult for you to pronounce and maybe to remember. So what you can do is that write down the word information, maybe a card or maybe in your notebook, and then read that word again, like read it like information. If it is difficult to read, divide it into parts. It will be information. Try practicing this method for a few days. Let's say if you like learning in the morning, then after waking up and having your breakfast and everything, look at your notebook, look at the words that you learn throughout the day, and then try reading them one more time. After that, maybe in the evening, these words again and read them one more time. The next day, repeat the same thing. The day after. If you develop that habit, that for several days until you feel these words are very easy and you can use them without any difficulties. If you develop this kind of habit, that will basically help you to learn more and more words in the after that without any difficulties. Basically, these are the methods that I thought about sharing it with you. I really hope you find them useful. Please let me know in the comments which methods you like. Also, if you find this video helpful, please write down in the comments I like, but you can write down difficult. The video is very difficult for you to understand. That will basically help me to know if the video is really helpful or it is not helpful, if it is difficult for you to understand. Because if the video is difficult for you to understand, in this case I will try to simplify the video in the future. Make sure to subscribe to the channel because I have a new video every day. Right, so in this case I wish you a happy day and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.